know the word EMAW, but they do in Manhattan, Kansas. It means every man a Wildcat. And inside Bill Snyder Family Stadium, virtually every man, woman, and child is a Wildcat and loves Kansas State. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers offense takes the field. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse, too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have enough.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets it out quickly. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw, it's Prince. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Little touch pass to the receiver. Tackled there by the defense.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Kansas State's offense will take the field for the first time. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these 2 star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these 2 dudes on the field. They're 2 of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking.
In the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Now on second down. Right on target this time.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown LSU!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Running back is able to snag the football, but that foot is on the white lines, out of bounds and incomplete. It's third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
You know, as a quarterback, you have to be so precise and accurate when you're throwing to running backs, right? They're not used to making acrobatic, awkward body catches. That time, nice job reeling it in, just couldn't keep his feet down in bounds.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for a man. It's Prince. Unloads it left. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And he intercepts it. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
What we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Going deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Kansas State quick to the line. Here's the handoff. And he could not get loose on the run.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened here.
He stopped again. They went right back to him, and he still found no running room at all. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up.
Field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Missouri. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, we'll see them here. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Prince. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to...
He tries to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes.
He's going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll just keep slinging it. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown LSU! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. Kansas State will have to punt it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take it.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He'll take another shot here. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. That last completion has them set up, second and short. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to fire on second down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Fires toward the end zone. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Dropping back, it's Prince. They're bringing heat. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness.
And now the ball. That'll be a safety. The ball was loose in the end zone. It goes out of the back, and they're probably lucky it wasn't recovered for a touchdown. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Secures it at the 30. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's looking to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for room. It's Banks. At the 20, he's got space. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Manhattan. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Little Apple.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. And
the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Got the quick pass. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Forced out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They'll pin their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He wants to throw. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself. And it'll be a short game, and no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He's off to the races. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away to find some room. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to pass. It's Prince. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting a pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. offense on first down. They'll try the run. At the 45 on his way. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's loose. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Kansas State in business in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks the tackle. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State. Here comes the two-point try.
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. To the air, it's Prince. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers that lead the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. This time it's complete. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it again. Going for it all. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Wildcats!
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down. And what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 9 to Northern Illinois. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Hatchett. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quick release on the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. LSU now operating in the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Hatchett. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot. You could be a linebacker, a corner, a safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Feeling some heat. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
He did a really good job on 3rd down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past it. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line punching in on 3rd down. Those are those situations where you it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So that drive covered just 44 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're lining up to boot it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He's going to pass on second down. He finds his man. Tackled after picking up the first down. The Wildcats are in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Picked up some yardage on that completion, but still a third down. They want to just keep throwing it. Find his tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot.
He's looking deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. On the move at the 30. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Prince. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Finds the tight end down the gut. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. He's going to pass. Oh, what a move. Firing to the right, complete. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll come out throwing on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
And it's incomplete on third down.
You know, on a third and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up fourth down.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, just keeps firing. Pocket starts to collapse. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He lobs one high down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires into the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. He takes the knee, and the undefeated season continues. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job on this team being ready to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation.